Something strange is happening in China. Well, what do you mean by strange? Well, I mean, for the last few years, basically COVID and post-COVID, cinemas have died a slow death in this country. It'd be interesting to know, in fact, you guys, wherever you are, whether you're in America, Europe, anywhere in the world, how are cinemas doing post-COVID? I can tell you in China, they've not been doing very well. In fact, a lot of them have closed down. But we're now in 2025, the year of the snake here in China, and there's a new movie out. And this movie is called nezha 2, in fact, nezha 2. And it has taken China and the world by storm, literally like $1 billion+, something absolutely nuts in terms of smashing box office records. And it's doing the same in China, and it's doing the same around the world. And so suddenly, and it's literally the first time maybe 5-6 years, the cinema is super busy. And guess what? I've got my popcorn, I've got my crisp like things, got my Coca-Cola, and I'm off to see the movie. Let's go. It's interesting, there's actually a kid in front of me, and there's a funny thing in China as opposed to say Britain, where most movies have got an age certificate like a PG 12, 15 or 18. In China that doesn't exist. If the movie has been passed by the censor to come out, it means anyone can see it. So for example, there's a little kid over there and so he's allowed to see it. Doesn't matter how old he is. If the movie is okay for one person, it's okay for everyone. That's China. Wow, that was really interesting. So that was a lot of fun, actually. I think it's probably, in terms of Chinese animated movies, animated films, the best special effects I've seen. I've seen a lot of terrible special effects in Chinese movies. That was excellent. That was really brilliant. On a level with any great movie coming out of America, Hollywood, or anywhere else in the world in terms of special effects. That was really interesting. What was great as well was, of course, we've just entered the year of the snake here in China. Last year was the year of the dragon. And dragons in China got a bit of a PR makeover. I don't know if you know this. But yeah, China was really pushing, instead of calling dragons in English, they wanted everyone to call them long, L-O-O-N-G. You know, not all dragons are bad, you know. Of course, the Chinese dragon is one of the sort of 12 Chinese zodiac symbols. So, yeah, they tried that a lot last year. And of course, this year, the year of the snake, the dragon features a lot in that movie, both good and bad. I was really impressed with the movie. You know, a lot of animated films, you sort of think of them as for kids. This movie is for everyone, not just for kids, but adults can really enjoy it. And it's not one of those movies where there's just good and bad, evil and, you know, virtuous. There's lots of different changes, good people becoming bad people becoming good, moving from side to side. It's got a lot of themes running through, and I really appreciate that. It made it interesting, made it difficult. There were no English subtitles this one, so I struggled a bit sometimes, but it was really interesting to watch. I thoroughly recommend it. And you know what's really interesting as well, of course, right now in the cinemas there's the Function movie, and of course nezha plays a role. The character is also in the Function movie, so this whole film, there's a lot of traditional culture, traditional Chinese culture, folklore, legend plays a role in this movie. I mean, that's what nezha is, of course, as well. And it's funny that at the same time there are two movies, so nezha 2 and Function 2, also a very good movie. I recommend it. They're out here, and the character nezha, of course, is in both of those movies. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. A lot of traditional Chinese culture, Chinese legend and myth, and I thoroughly recommend watching it. It's breaking all box office records right now. Get yourself to the cinema, take a look. There's been lots of good Chinese films recently. A few years ago I saw a wonderful movie about Chinese New Year. I'll put it in the description below what that movie is. I thoroughly recommend that. It's completely different to Nezha, of course, more of a slow-paced movie, but really, really great in and of itself. Yeah, incredible. And great to see that cinemas are back and lots of people watching the movie. And everyone was really well behaved today as well, which was nice as well. Popcorn was had, Coca-Cola was had, all the rest. Pepsi is, of course, available. Enjoyed it, thoroughly recommend it. If you get a chance, go and see nezha 2. Lots of great Chinese movies. Guys, if you like Chinese movies, if you like Chinese culture, perhaps I can make a separate video with, say, maybe a top 10 list of movies over the last few years. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you've seen nezha 2. If you like it, nezha 2 definitely better than nezha 1. How often is the second film better than the first one? In this case, in my opinion, it is. Oh, and I forgot to say, favourite character? Quite a few, although I really did like nezha. Sorry, I did, and I liked the ending. I'm not going to give it away. You know what, guys? It was really great in so many aspects. You know, it reminded me a little bit of Lord of the Rings. Why? Because there was those huge battle scenes, really, really impressive battle scenes. And actually, some of the characters, some of the armies, I should say, reminded me of the sort of the elves and the orcs. So there was that element to it as well. It was really brilliant. Of course, it was a Chinese style, but it reminded me of the Lord of the Rings. I really, really love the big battle scenes. I won't tell you who won the big battle scenes. It was forever changing. So, you know, good, bad, and then changing sides and back and everything. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to spoiler alert. I don't want to give it away. But it was absolutely brilliant. I loved the big battle scenes, and it was brilliant. And at the end, you know, there's something that nezha. And at the end, there's something about being young and not knowing how high the sky goes or how solid or thick the earth is, meaning that possibilities are endless. And that's a theme, I guess, running through the whole movie, and that's a theme I really appreciated. And I think I'll leave you with that, guys. Possibilities are endless. It's possible to make a wonderful, brilliant movie in the city of Chengdu in Sichuan in China that competes with movies around the world. It's put Chengdu, Sichuan, China back on the map for animated movies, and that's brilliant. And actually what's quite funny is PR is going crazy, public relations is going crazy. Chengdu is saying this is a Chengdu city film, which of course it is. Sichuan is saying this is a Sichuan province film, which of course it is. And then China, of course, saying this is China, this country of China's movie. And it's all of those. And you know what? It belongs to the whole world as well. Anyone can enjoy it with the right subtitles. Guys, that really is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. If you haven't already seen nezha 2, get yourself to the cinema, take a look, and let me know in the comments below whether you liked it and why you liked it, or why you didn't like it perhaps. I really liked it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. But from me, Toby, in China, Toby's Takeaway. That's a wrap. Cheers, guys. 再见. Bye-bye.